Have you ever wondered how Buddhism, one of the world's most practiced religions, came to be? The story begins with a young prince named Siddhartha Gautama, who would one day become the Buddha. Born into a life of luxury, Siddhartha was shielded from the harsh realities of the world outside his palace walls. A prophecy foretold that he was destined for greatness, either as a mighty king or a spiritual leader. But one day, Siddhartha's sheltered existence was shattered when he encountered the truths of old age, sickness, and death. This revelation led him to question the meaning of life and the root of human suffering. This existential crisis drove him to renounce his royal life, seeking truth and enlightenment beyond the confines of his palace. This renunciation marked the beginning of Buddhism, a religion that now has hundreds of millions of followers worldwide. What does it mean to be awake? For Siddhartha, it was a profound spiritual understanding. Siddhartha Gautama, a prince disillusioned with life's suffering, embarked on a journey of self-discovery. This journey led him to renounce his royal comforts and live as an ascetic, seeking truth in extreme austerity. But neither worldly luxury nor harsh asceticism brought him any closer to understanding life's ultimate truth. So he chose the middle way, a path of balance rather than extremism. He sat in deep meditation under a Bodhi tree, vowing not to rise until he had found the truth. His dedication bore fruit, and after 40 nights, he achieved a state of supreme insight, enlightenment. This state, known as nirvana, is a transcendent state free from suffering and worldly desires, where the cycle of death and rebirth ends. Siddhartha's enlightenment transformed him into the Buddha, the awakened one. His journey of self-discovery had led to a profound understanding that would change the world forever. What did the Buddha teach, and why does it resonate with so many people even today? These questions guide us as we delve into the profound wisdom of Buddha's teachings. At the heart of Buddha's teachings are the Four Noble Truths. The first truth is the existence of suffering, or dukkha. Buddha taught that life, in its essence, is marked by suffering, pain, and dissatisfaction. The second truth is the cause of suffering, which Buddha attributed to desire or attachment, the thirst for things that are impermanent. The third truth is the cessation of suffering, which is the eradication of these desires and attachments. The final truth is the path towards the cessation of suffering, known as the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path, another cornerstone of Buddha's teachings, is a guide to ethical living. It encourages the understanding, thoughtfulness, right speech, action, livelihood, effort, mindfulness, and concentration. This path is not a rigid set of rules, but rather a compass guiding one towards a life of balance, free from extremes. Buddha placed great emphasis on compassion and mindfulness. Compassion, or karuna, is the desire to alleviate the suffering of others. It is the heart of the Buddhist moral code. Mindfulness, meanwhile, is the practice of being fully present and engaged in the moment, observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. It's a tool for developing deeper understanding and insight. Buddha's teachings also focus on the quest for understanding. He urged his followers to question, explore, and seek the truth for themselves. He discouraged blind faith, emphasizing instead the importance of personal experience and rational inquiry. The teachings of Buddha are not just philosophical musings, but practical guidelines for living a meaningful life. They offer us ways to navigate our human experience with wisdom, compassion, and mindfulness. The Buddha's teachings have left a lasting impact, shaping the lives of millions across centuries. These timeless teachings continue to illuminate our path, inviting us to live with greater understanding, compassion, and peace. From its humble beginnings in India, how did Buddhism spread across the globe? This is not just a question of geography, but of human spirit and perseverance. Buddhism began its journey on the ancient trade routes that connected India with the rest of Asia. Merchants and travelers carried the teachings of Buddha along these paths, planting the seeds of Buddhism in new lands. The royal patronage of Buddhism played a significant role in its proliferation. Emperors like Ashoka of India and China's Tang dynasty, enchanted by Buddha's teachings, propagated Buddhism in their respective regions, lending it a stature and respectability that facilitated its acceptance among the masses. Buddhist missionaries, too, were pivotal in spreading the faith. They journeyed far and wide, braving unknown territories and cultures. Their dedication and passion for Buddha's teachings were infectious, influencing people across China, Japan, and Southeast Asia to embrace Buddhism. In China, Buddhism adapted to local customs and philosophies, giving birth to unique schools of thought like Zen. Similarly, in Japan, it fused with Shinto beliefs to form a distinctive Japanese Buddhism. Meanwhile, in Southeast Asia, Theravada Buddhism took root, preserving the earliest teachings of Buddha. Despite challenges and transformations, Buddhism's journey across continents is a testament to its enduring appeal. Its ability to adapt and integrate into diverse cultures underscores the universal resonance of its core principles: compassion, mindfulness, and the pursuit of enlightenment. In our modern world, what role does Buddhism play? Buddhism, a spiritual tradition with roots dating back over 2 millennia, remains a significant force in our contemporary society. With an estimated 500 million adherents worldwide, Buddhism takes on a multitude of forms, each with its unique practices and perspectives. At the heart of this diversity are the 3 major branches of Buddhism: Theravada, Mahayana, and Vajrayana. Theravada, often referred to as the School of the Elders, is prevalent in Southeast Asia. It emphasizes personal enlightenment through meditation and ethical living. Mahayana, the Great Vehicle, is prominent in East Asia, including China, Japan, and Korea. This branch places a great emphasis on the ideal of the Bodhisattva, a being who seeks enlightenment to help all sentient beings. Then there's Vajrayana, or Diamond Vehicle, a form of Buddhism primarily found in Tibet. It incorporates rituals and mantras into its practice, and is known for its rich iconography and complex philosophical systems. Buddhism's influence today extends far beyond the confines of temples and meditation halls. It seeps into art and philosophy, shaping the way we perceive our existence and our place within the universe. Buddhist themes of impermanence, non-self, and interdependence echo in contemporary art forms, from cinema to visual arts, from literature to music. Moreover, Buddhism's relevance is not limited to the realm of the abstract. It addresses some of the most pressing issues of our time. In a world grappling with mental health problems, the Buddhist practice of mindfulness offers a way to calm the mind and cultivate inner peace. It is now a widely accepted therapeutic technique used in psychology and psychiatry. Buddhism's emphasis on compassion and equality also resonates with current social justice movements. Its teachings about interdependence and the interconnectedness of all beings provide a spiritual framework for advocating for environmental sustainability, racial justice, and human rights. Buddhism, a religion born more than 2 millennia ago, continues to inspire and guide millions today. Its enduring relevance lies in its ability to adapt and evolve, to speak to the human condition across cultures and centuries. From the life of a sheltered prince to a global religion, Buddhism's history is as rich as its teachings. Today, its messages of compassion, mindfulness, and understanding continue to resonate, proving that the Buddha's insights are truly timeless.